What if I told you that right now someone was choosing if you were going to live or die? Thousands of fellow boys and girls are having someone choose whether or not they are going to come into this world and live. The person that is choosing for them is their mother. Their mother is choosing whether to keep the baby or have an abortion. Every day, there are thousands of children dying due to abortions. All these children offer so much potential to this world, and once their mothers decide to obey, and all hope for the future is gone. People every day talk about this topic, and everyone says, you aren't really killing a human being, it's just a fetus. And it doesn't matter what happens to them because they're unborn, they don't have a say, and they're not a human, so it's okay to abort them. But in fact, it does matter. Just because the child that is in your fetus doesn't have a voice to tell you not to do it or to do it, doesn't make it okay. Just because you believe that that is not an actual human being, doesn't mean that other people don't believe that. The Latin term for fetus does mean young child, and many abortions happen after 5 months. And there are babies in the world today that are born after 5 months, and if you still think it's okay to abort your baby after 5 months, you're wrong, because that baby could have survived and lived a great life. Even though abortion is legal now, it's still not fair and it's really unjust. The 14th Amendment protects classes of people like the unborn, who do not have a say in what happens to them. Abortion is unjust and it should be illegal. Abortion has a huge impact on our society because many people are for it or against it, and there are a lot of movements going on. I know a friend personally who went to Washington D.C. 2 or 3 years ago, and she was in a little parade for it to stop abortion because she believed it was wrong, and I'm with her. I believe it's really wrong and that it should be illegal. And most abortions happen a lot when the girls are really younger, and honestly, if you are not ready to have a child at a young age, you should not be participating in sexual intercourse, because if you do have a baby, it's your responsibility to take care of it, and you shouldn't just go to the first option, which is aborting it, because it was your choice to have unprotected sex, and you should have to live with what you did, and you should not go to the option of aborting it. There are so many young women in the world today that are getting abortions every day. This particular decision to give up on your unborn child can change your life forever. Sharon Osbourne was in a magazine, and she had stated, "I had an abortion at the age of 17, and it was the worst thing I've ever did. I would never recommend it to anyone because it comes back to haunt you. When I tried having children, I lost 3. Something happened in my cervix during the abortion." You may not think of what having an abortion can do to your life at the time that you're about to have an abortion, but after it all happens, it truly affects you, and it will change your perspective, and you will regret that decision for the rest of your life, because you could have given that baby a home. Even if you didn't want it, you could have given it up for adoption. You should have still had it. You shouldn't have killed it, because it is a human being. There's a quote, "Even though you can't see them or hear them at all, a person's a person, no matter how small." And I think this goes with the abortion, because just because a baby is inside of you and it cannot voice their opinion on what you do, it doesn't mean you should give up on them and not give them a chance. Everyone deserves a chance at life, and that should not be taken away from them, no matter if they're in your stomach, after, when they're my age or anything. A baby should be given a chance. Abortion is wrong for so many reasons, and I really hope in the future that everyone can see that and it will become illegal, and we just won't have to deal with those because they shouldn't be happening. And if you go for one, I guess it's your own opinion, but in my opinion, I think they're wrong.